Well, alright then. Welcome back to 20XX. We are going to make our way to the final level. We are going to do it. I have no reason for this confidence, but we're going to shoot for it anyway. Get to deal with our soul enemy on this level really quick. Let's take care of that. This is a pretty easy Sky Temple to start with. Now, I don't know if taking this triple shot is really the best idea, but we're gonna run with it for a little while. And we'll wait until we have a chance to take a new weapon, like Scatterblast, which we've taken before and it didn't work out well for us. That's what it amounts to. So we've been trying to get a better sense of the mechanics on this game, just a little. There goes a token we can't have. Especially when it comes to the very safe laboratory. Because that, I don't know that I could say it made our runs better, but it certainly made them more interesting when we encountered them. Okay, finesse run. Get to the end without taking damage. Okay. Okay. Oh, almost. I had a feeling we could pull that one off this time, now that we've had more chance to learn how those are supposed to operate. But oh well. So yeah, I have a feeling, and this hasn't borne out. Well, I haven't been able to find it in a wiki or anything like that, but the last run when we got a couple of very safe laboratories, this is actually 2 runs ago now, I believe, we had a couple boss fights where we just didn't take any damage. And I'm starting to think that maybe that's the key. If you do a flawless on a boss fight, the next level has a chance of the very safe laboratory. This could be wrong. This absolutely could just be coincidence or total chance or whatever. But until we get one when we didn't flawless the boss previously, that can, keep running as a hypothesis. Maybe that's how those work. So we have Eternal Star, which is a little disappointing right now, simply because its weakness is the shield thing. And having that weakness means that these swarms of bats that are so annoying and get to be so massive, the Force Shield just blasts them all in one go. So we're not gonna manage a flawless on this boss, unfortunately. As much as I really wish we had, to kind of help test the theory a little more. No such luck. But we'll take the Shade Spur, get our speed bonus, get a couple soul chips. I know the Death Lotus and Vile Visage are not the next one in the cycle. I also know that we don't necessarily get the next one in the cycle after a boss fight. So maybe this is the one that is weak to Shade Spur. Maybe none of them were. Maybe we just didn't have that option. Death Lotus is a little easier if you have Shade Spur. You can freeze those platforms. So I mean that's nice. But it's not the actual weakness. That one, I believe, is the roller. So we get up to our shop. We did purchase. Let's take Daggerprint's Pride. We can't take the Murder Drone yet. We'll come back. Hopefully we'll have access to it towards the end, before the boss fight. That was just not going to happen. But yeah, I've been, trying to do the research, trying to make sure we understand how the cycle works and all that. Oh, stupid bees. Alright, I'll just ignore you because you're annoying. So, we want to play this game kind of properly, I suppose, for lack of a better term. Oxax Ken. And of course we have been making progress. When you finish a run, use those soul chips, you get to keep whatever you unlock, you get to keep it on the next run. So we started off with a ton of nuts. And now we're spending them. Now we're making use of our abilities. So Perforator Alpha. Yes, that is the weakness. Perfect. So let's just keep using that. No luck on a flawless, but we got that. And we get the potato. So we'll take Vera. Take some more nuts, take a soul chip. Now this one, I know Kerr is the weakness against Vera, and we don't have that option. So we'll take Death Lotus, because at least with Shadespur we can, freeze the platforms, make it a little easier. It's almost getting to the point where I feel like we know how to play this game. Besides just like wantonly running around and hoping. I mean, running around and hoping helps a little bit. It got us to the 9th level, on a previous run, but it's not quite a guarantee for clearing a run. Is really what we want to pull off soon. Those aren't obnoxious enough to feel a need to freeze them. Those are just freebies. We didn't have to freeze them, but we did. So, good for us. There's a chest. And we get Scatterblast again. We don't want Scatterblast. We've been over this. It's okay, but we don't really want it. Oh. Taking a bit of dumb damage. Not gonna lie. There we go. Almost back to full on our energy. Oh. We just completely cheesed the level by doing that. Was it worth it? Probably not, but it was just kind of cool that we could. And sometimes you do things just because you can, Okay, so this actually goes down. This is looking like a side route. Ah! So our thesis was completely wrong, because here's a very safe laboratory, and we did not flawless that last boss at all. Earth metal plating. Become one with the planet, may reduce output. Okay. So our powers are a little weaker, I think. I mean, all our stats are still 0. We'll have to see how it actually works. Kinda got stuck in there for a moment. Here we go. Okay, climbing. Whoop. It's only too tall. This is our soul enemy. Took that Shadespur in stride. So yeah, not entirely sure what it did to us yet. It didn't seem to have, like, an unspeakably pronounced effect. I mean, we could still function. So we get a hover as an option, or charging up boosts your next attack too. We already have a helm. We have Oxax Ken. We don't have a legs aug, so we'll take that. We get hover. Okay. This has been hazardous for us in the past, unfortunately, but I think we'll do okay. Probably focus on taking these out where we can. Gonna spawn one over here, and you're gonna spawn over there. So where do we? Oh, way over here. First one. Vera does okay damage on this fight. Yeah, gets the job done. Excalibur. Attack damage up, power damage down. Our powers are a little weak already. At least it feels that way. So, we can do Cur. We know we have their power. Astral Twins, I don't remember which one is Shadespur. Oh no, we did Shadespur. That was the turret thing. So, yeah, let's fight Cur. Get up on that mortar. We don't need the health boost. So we'll just keep on moving. We don't have the force shield to disable these traps, so we just kind of have to run with it for the time being. Lots of HP that we fortunately don't need. And I'm still trying to figure out what the disadvantage on that laboratory pickup is. Because there's always a disadvantage. There's always a downside. That's what they're meant for. You know, and maybe you can get through life just ignoring downsides, but that doesn't prevent them from being there. You just had to be obnoxious, didn't you? Well, a single soul chip, really. Oh, but we got armor. Armor's nice to have. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of wish we could tell, like, what makes those very safe laboratories show up. Yeah, that would be very handy information to have. But maybe we just can't force them. Like, that's always a possibility. We just kind of have to hope. Give us a red chest with a damage up and plenty of resources, so we're pretty solid on consumable stat stuff. But we're not getting the right cadence for this. Come on. We haven't got all day. We have still got like 3.5 minutes. Oh. We didn't even fall out of this. Whatever. The hover, it has a chance to screw with you. Just a little. Made it through there. So yeah, like these segments are not really designed for the kind of cadence that a hover grants you. They're expected to just jump through them. Power strength, that's nice. Somehow it feels like the hardest jumps there are the early ones. Oh well. Now we are kind of using up a lot of our time. We want to keep moving. You're a beefy version of that enemy. From the looks of it. Oh, yeah, that's going to be the end of that road. Just for some energy. Nope. Okay, let's just keep climbing. Get our HP back. Make it to the end. So we have 1:40, roughly. No luck. Okay, 1:30. 1:30 to take care of her. I don't think that actually did... Oh, yep, that's how it works. So it only does a little bit of damage, but you can deflect the shots. So that's how you do it. Now we're going to switch out Vera for Quint Laser, because I tend not to use Vera all that often. We'll do Froster. I believe Quint Laser goes against Froster, so, or against Shatterbeak. Get a couple soul chips. Did not mean to use the power there, but it did help, so okay. We have another little chest sequence. Charging magnet. Charging draws in pickups. Oop. There we go. It's a little tricky. Little tricky. Get some energy from that. That works well. Better than I anticipated. Haven't really tried using the mortar in just ordinary combat situations. Haven't really tried using it at all. But apparently it's kind of useful, and it homes in. That's very useful. We'll just kind of let those frost shots evaporate. We can buy some more energy if we're so inclined. But I think we have a good amount. Not a ton, but a good amount. And we want to save it for the shop anyway, where we can get a damage up. Quantum Spook. All attacks ignore walls and shields. That has been a nice thing to have in the past. So we will take it. Just mortar it. Yeah, we could have just stayed back there. Don't let the dangerous shot in, thank you. Oh, that's more energy than I expected we would get. But hey, no complaints here. Now we get to fight Shatterbeak. And yep, the Quint Laser, if you aim it the right way, is very damaging. Or you can just let Shatterbeak run into it on its own. That's an option. And there we go. The cycle definitely makes things easier. This reduces our speed, which is still at 0. We'll take it, but I'm not happy about it. We'll switch off Splinter Frost. Get a couple soul chips. The Visage is Mortar, so we know we can do that. We got this penguin to deal with. Okay, how are we gonna get these soul chips? Like that, apparently. Just need a little dash jump. And remember, our shots now go through walls and shields, so we can blast through those shielded enemies really easily, and they can do nothing about it. This one is probably better to approach it this way. And we have another very safe laboratory. Interesting times. That's usually a curse, so I acknowledge that. We're doing okay on this run, so let's try it. That's all it tells us. Interesting times. Okay. No sense of what it did so far. I don't know that I feel any more or less interested at the moment. So let's see. Let's give it a little bit of time. Oh. Just let ourselves get hit by that. Oh. Should have figured there would be spikes down there, but oh well, too late. This is an interesting little puzzle. Think we can handle it though. Whoop. Not what we wanted. Okay, from here it's going like exactly the pattern you would expect. And we get Owlhawk's Talon. So we actually have a full Core Og set. And they are all completely different. You know, no design consistency whatsoever. But we have them all. That's good. That's new for us, in all honesty. Again, don't ignore the small enemies. They are just as dastardly as some of the bigger ones. Especially the ones that protect other small enemies. This one, though, is protecting Kitty. Which, rather nice of it. But Kitty doesn't really need protection. So we can just skip this. We have a minute 15, about, to deal with Vile Visage. Fortunately, we know its weakness, so we can just spam mortar shots at it. Oh, even when its shield is up. Okay. I didn't realize we had that opportunity. But that works. And we got another speed bonus. Force Nova, not something we can use against a boss, but we might want to keep it anyway. It's a good defensive one. So what was Rolster weak against? Astral Twins, I'm pretty sure is the Icicle one. That's Kerr. That is Shatterbeak. That's Vile Visage, we just fought him. That is Eternal Star. I've been studying. So you know what, let's go against the Astral Twins, because we know that one. Oh! Our stats have changed. What do our stats look like? We're a little faster, but we're not very strong. It seems. Alright. Oops. Not close enough. Just spam shots at you until the situation resolves itself. Take some nuts. We're just gonna keep running on that one. Full of energy. And we have Shade Spur, so we can actually make this pretty easy. So, we have an option now. We can either have our attack kills potentially restore energy, or our charge shots vaporize enemy shots. I think we're good with the one we have, you know, to be perfectly honest. We'll just jump. The whole fact of the ice shot disabling the fire turrets doesn't really work when your shots ignore the concept of walls. You know, that's a thing to be a little mindful of. Anyway, Glory Zone, be swift. This is not feeling especially swift. That felt a little swifter. Success! And this gives us Oxyax's Fury, which reduces charge time. I would rather the energy restore, to be perfectly honest. We so rarely use charge shots that I'm kind of ambivalent about it. It didn't really handle the wall situation we just had there. Not really very well. But we got through it. We should use that ability that we have. that Magneto thing. And that's maybe our big shortcoming with this game in terms of how we're playing it. We're getting these abilities, and then we're not using them. And they could be things that make our runs even easier. Like learning the cycle has been, you know, a great help in speeding up our boss fights. Okay, someone shot a mortar shot at us. There you go. Did not appreciate that. I think we actually just used the invisibility frames to make a jump we would have otherwise blown. So that's nice, I guess. This is not so nice. This is going to cost us a bit of time. But at least we're at the end. So, we want to heal up a little bit. Full health. Full energy. Let's take these guys on. We can kind of shoot at an angle with these. But we can't get through their fire shield, I guess. Oh. No energy. Come on, just mash. Not quite fast enough, unfortunately. We're taking a lot of damage to make that one happen. But we got through it. We got through it. Not making up enough of our energy or our damage or any of that. I don't think we need Shade Spur anymore. I think Flame Shield may be more beneficial. 5 soul chips, very nice. And our last fight, Rollster. So we headed to the super hot facility. We can buy a little bit of energy. Oh. Things deciding to just explode on us, left and right. And what's in the shop? We have Armor Torch Shell, half off. Grants immunity to knockback. But attack kills might restore energy, attack kills might restore health. We kind of want both of those. So we'll take power, regenerative plating. We'll definitely take that. Power enhancer, we can actually take everything. I think this is the last shop we get before the final floor. I might be wrong. Lock the blocks. Okay. Okay. Let's keep going. There we go! And that gives us Alahawk's Talon. Your attack kills might restore energy. That is literally what we already have. So we're going to swap to the exact same thing we already had. Because that's how you play this game. Apparently. We have decided. Yes, we can hit it from here, so we'll do that. Put on the Flame Shield. All that for one soul chip. Come on. The lack of wall collision on our powers is troublesome at times. means we're just kind of running around haphazardly. All this for a potato. Okay, we are doing poorly health-wise. We can't seem to get up there. No matter how hard we try, it just isn't happening. At least there's HP up here. And more of it. Not a ton of it, but there's a bit. That one we just have to make a bold jump, I guess. A lot of situations where it's almost impossible to avoid damage. And I'm sure it actually is possible to avoid it, it's just, you know, we lack the skill and all that to really pull it off. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. We're not going to bother doing it. You know, there comes a time in every contractor's life when they just have to know when to give up. You know, it's not worth working for a bad client. Fortunately, our hover means we can dodge a couple of these particularly nasty moments. But here we just have to spam shots, get through it. So, we have a slot machine. Paid out with 2 HP. We're not gonna get rid of Dragapent's Pride. It's too good. Instead, we're gonna fight Rollster. We're gonna equip Shade Spur because I don't think we actually fought anything that was weak to it. And it doesn't look like that is either. Ah, it is the Flame Shield that we want for this. So we'll keep putting that on. Just trying to maneuver away as best we can. Of course, the roller bits will deflect the shield shots. Oh yeah, of course it splits into yet another fragment. So we're just gonna hang out on this wall for a while and do everything we can from a safe, respectable distance. And we're down to just one. And we did it. We barely did it, but we did it. We're out of energy. We have green health, at least. We're not that far down. And now we're on to level 9. Time to get serious. Our run speed and jump height are both reduced. Our power is pretty good. Our attack is okay. but I would not say we're all that happy with it at this point. We have Shadespur, so let's try to use that a little bit. We may need to use it a little bit more. Oh, come on. We were caught on something down there, and I don't know what. But there we go. Okay. I mean, a rush time still has 13 minutes on it, just about. So I think it's safe to say we can be a little patient. But, you know, if we're going to do these tricks, these, disabling traps, freezing platforms and all that, we need to do it kind of judiciously. We need to stop falling, for one. That would be nice. But we don't want to keep using up all our energy. We have no energy right now. That's a problem. Oh, just barely. Taking the huge amounts of damage also kind of sucks. It's not always much of anything we can do about that, but again, we're hovering, and that's actually to our detriment. Except when it saves us, so shows what I know. Do we have enough health to pull this one off? We'll have to see. We have almost the right cadence. The bees, man, the bees. The bees. It's all these bees. I've never been so annoyed by bees. They've caused us a lot of damage, caused us to miss a lot of jumps. There's not going to be anything down there. And if there is, I don't want to take the risk right now. We're still in yellow, so we're okay on health, but we're not good. Okay. This is a set piece we can handle pretty easily. And so handle it we shall. And we get some HP back. Finally. I think these you have to actually just take really slow. And just keep on moving. This is a really, really fast one. Okay, let's try it again. That seemed to do it. That did it. Come on. We got a chest. It has a lot of energy, but not a lot of HP, so we remain in a troubled state in that front. We know how to handle this set piece, at least. Just a lot of jumping. Our hover almost saved us entirely. Again, we should be using our powers more. A token? I don't know that we can even get a slot machine anymore. Two health, and we're seeing no health pickups. This is serious. This is serious time. Ah, wrong direction. Too vertical. Okay, so we do that. We get at least that one. Then we're onto conveyor belts, and then the magnetic thing. Good thing we stopped it there. More bees. I don't believe it. That was lucky timing. That, not so much. So we still haven't made it to the final boss. Or at least the boss of level 9. I'm kind of hoping that's the final boss. But we did get pretty far. Even through that level. So all around, a pretty good run. We're making good progress. We're learning the cycle. If nothing else, we're learning the cycle. That's the really important part. And that will help make future runs even easier. And of course, getting good hogs, that helps too. Let's see if we can do it again next time. Hope to see you then. But for now, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, a like would be appreciated. Subscribe doubly so. But either way, ta-ta for now.